Happy Diwali. This is Dr. Fabian Almeida, psychiatrist, counselor and motivator from Mumbai, wishing you all happiness. But it may not be the happiest time of the year for children with autistic disorders and children with special needs. What can we do for them during these festival times? We know that the loud cracker noise, the disturbance in these ecosystems around them can trigger aggressive episodes and disturbed minds. So, we need to give them some amount of emotional security. Parents, take them to places which has lesser noise, hold their hands, look into their eyes and maintain eye contact, give them the hug or that personal touch whenever they hear these loud noises or feel insecure or afraid. There is no harm in telling your housing societies and people around you that our children are sensitive to sound, so can we please tone it down? If they are on medication, make sure they do not miss their doses and catch adequate amount of rest and sleep in between times. Well, we must spread the message that Diwali is not a festival of noise. Diwali is a festival of lights. Happy Diwali.
Namaste everyone, I'm Dr. SAMHITHA here. I'm a psychiatrist from Hyderabad. On this occasion of Diwali, I would like to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy Diwali. And for families having children with ADHD and autism, there are a few things to be kept on mind. So firstly, the children with ADHD and autism, they prefer a schedule. So make sure everything has been explained prior as to what would be happening on that particular day. And secondly, I'm not a person who would recommend screen time, but to just divert the child, the gadgets can be given to them for a little while. If they are sensitive to hearing, make them wear their earplugs on. And let them hold on their sensory toy because this is the one which usually calms them down. And give them different tasks all throughout the day to just occupy them. Things you should not do with them are, they are most of them sensitive to the bright lights and the high decibel sounds. And this could be really overwhelming to most of the children. So try to avoid such situations. Avoid visiting their family and friends who already prepared Diwali in their own way. Do not force to greet or hug the guests or the strangers who have come, as this could really upset them.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ajit Sahay. I'm a pediatrician in Ranchi. And it is good to know that there is a well awareness program regarding the children who are having some kind of autism or confirmed autism. We should take all the kids, even the autistic children, in a very social way, as if they are normal. We should not be discriminating anything which they are deprived of. Supposing a child who is having some autistic issues, the parents should be informed very well by the treating doctor that the autism children, they need three aspects. Three aspects is the doctor, the family, and the therapist, that is occupational therapy. So this triangle should be together, and in any case there is some issues with the kid, all the three are involved, including the family, the child himself, and the occupational therapist. And they have wonderful results. Only thing required is to have patience. And they should not be deviated by small issues. And they must expect that the result will be there after putting few months. They should not expect to happen anything in a week time or maybe 1 month time.
Good day. English la edhula undu enna language la kettukanga idu Tamil ka. Hello everybody. We are going to have the Diwali celebrations coming. We have just finished the puja celebrations. Many of the parents who are watching this, who have children with autism spectrum disorder might have noticed that even during the small celebrations of puja, there will be a little more noise, a little more color, a little more excitement in the house, which children with autism sometimes find a little uncomfortable to handle. Unfortunately, now we are getting the Diwali celebration coming, which instead of being a festival of lights has now transformed to be a festival of crackers. So there's a lot of noise involved, and we know that children with autism are very sensitive to noise and of course the smoke that subsequently comes. So I think it is a duty of us parents to see how best first we try to educate the other children in our family, educate the other members of the family to go in for a festival of lights rather than a festival of noise. And secondly, the children with autism, if you have somebody at home, please try to keep them away from the noisy area and also the places filled with smoke. Yes, from a distance they can watch the fireworks, they usually enjoy that, no problem, especially the ones that are bursting in the sky. But they are very uncomfortable with the ground crackers and noise of the crackers, loud crackers. So as parents, I think we have a responsibility to keep our children, especially those with autism, more comfortable during this festival season. Wish you all a very happy Diwali, safe Diwali, and preferably a very bright and festive occasion without disturbance to our autism children. Thank you.
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर भारती अग्रवाल, पीडियाट्रिक न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट फ्रॉम अम्बाला कैंट, अपने बच्चों और उनके पेरेंट्स को दिवाली की बहुत शुभकामनाएं भेज रही हूँ। स्पेशल नीड्स बच्चों के पेरेंट्स के लिए एक प्यारा सा संदेश है कि वो उनके लिए दिवाली को ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग कैसे बनाएं। कुछ दिन पहले हम एक स्टोरी बनाकर बच्चों को सुनाएंगे। हम दिवाली क्यों मनाते हैं? ये अच्छाई का बुराई के ऊपर विजय का प्रतीक है। जब श्री रामचंद्र जी लंका पर विजय पाकर अयोध्या वापस लौटे तो सब लोगों ने दीपक जलाकर उनका स्वागत किया और खुशी मनाई। तब से ये हमारी परंपरा है, हम दीपक जलाकर दिवाली मनाते हैं। हम इसको और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने में एक फैंसी ड्रेस का प्रोग्राम भी अपने नेबर के बच्चों को मिला के कर सकते हैं। एक श्री रामचंद्र जी बन जाए, एक कोई रावण बन जाए, एक सीता जी बन जाए। इस तरह से हम छोटा सा स्किट बनाकर उनको एंजॉय करवा सकते हैं। कुछ दिन पहले मार्केट ले जाके उनको सुंदर से कपड़े लेके दें ताकि उनको एक फेस्टिवल की फीलिंग आनी शुरू हो। उनकी पसंद का खाना पूछकर फेस्टिवल के दिन बनाएं, वो एंजॉय करें। घर को डेकोरेट करने में उनको इन्वॉल्व करें, बंटिंग्स लाकर, बैलून्स फुलाकर घर सजाएं। हर्बल रंगोली के कलर्स लाके उनको कलर्स की पहचान कराएं। छोटे छोटे रंगोली के डिज़ाइन बनाने में उनको इन्वॉल्व करें। फोल्डर्स बनाएं जिसके ऊपर दिए की फ़ोटो बनाकर उनको दे दें, उसमें वो कलर्स भरें, हैप्पी दिवाली लिखें। ये फोल्डर्स वो अपने फैमिली मेम्बर्स में बांटें, फ्रेंड्स में बांटें, नेबर्स में बांटें, ताकि वो इस त्यौहार को हर तरीके से एंजॉय करें। शाम के टाइम जब पटाखे का टाइम होता है, पटाखे के बिना दिवाली तो अधूरी सी महसूस होती है। नो डाउट जो बच्चे ज़्यादा सीवियर ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम डिसऑर्डर के हैं उनके लिए लाउड साउंड्स और बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग लाइट्स उनको डिस्टर्ब करती हैं, पर हल्के छोटे छोटे पटाखे लाकर जिसमें थोड़ी सी आवाज़ हो और थोड़ी सी लाइट निकले, उनको साथ बिठा के हम जलाएं तो वो डेफिनेटली उसको बहुत ही इंजॉय करेंगे। शाम को लक्ष्मी पूजन के टाइम उनको साथ बिठाएं। सारे कस्टम्स जो हमारे पूजा के होते हैं उनको धीरे धीरे साथ साथ सिखाएं, बताएं। छोटी छोटी चीज़ों से बच्चा बहुत कुछ सीख जाता है, इंजॉय करता है, उनके अंदर सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस क्रिएट होता है, उनको सोशली कैसे उन्होंने मिक्सअप होना है, ये सारी चीज़ें हम उनको इंजॉय करें, साथ में फेस्टिवल मनाएं। आई विश यू ऑल अ वेरी हैप्पी दिवाली।
Hi, I'm Dr. Shiji Talibat, pediatric neurologist at Dr. DHEEP Medical College, Pune. First of all, wishing all of you a very happy Diwali. As Diwali is round the corner, everyone will be excited for the celebration. But for those families of kids with autism will have their own challenges in this festive season. because these kids are very sensitive to the environmental changes. They won't be comfortable in the bright lights, the loud noises of firecrackers, or going out in the crowd or meeting people. Few kids might be extremely sensitive to be hugged or being touched. So how can we make them feel comfortable? So first of all, beforehand itself, you can explain to them about Diwali and about how it is celebrated with the help of videos or with the help of pictures or narratives, so that you can make them prepare for this celebration. Always keep a watch on what they eat, because Diwali means lot of sweets. If they are not comfortable, never force them to go out in the crowd and watch crackers. And if they feel distress, always take them to a corner and make them feel comfortable. So be patient and understand their state of mind, and make them celebrate this Diwali in their own way, in their own space. And wishing all of you once again a very happy and safe Diwali. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. SILWAL, pediatric neurologist from Siliguri. Diwali is very nearby, and we all love to light our houses and burn the crackers, but there are children with autism and neurodevelopmental disorders who have many sensory concerns, where the normal sound also appear very larger to them, so it may be very troublesome to the autistic children and children with neurodevelopmental problems. Along with that, some of the animals also get very much frightened with the large sound that is created by the crackers. So let this Diwali, let us only light the lamps, and let it be a safe Diwali without any noise pollution. Happy Diwali to everyone.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. PRERNA CHOWDHURY. I'm consultant pediatric neurologist at Rainbow Children's Hospital, Visakhapatnam. I take this opportunity to applaud Shield Healthcare for taking the initiative to raise public awareness regarding sensory overload in children with autism, especially with Diwali around the corner. So as you all know, Diwali is an enjoyable festival for all of us. There's noise and there is lights, there are crackers, there are gifts. But for these very same reasons, this might not be an enjoyable experience for children with autism. Specifically because, as I said, there is noise. Okay, so from the crackers, from the loud music, there could be light, there could be unexpected guests, there could be unexpected surprises, too much food and snacks, and they might not like the smell of all of it. So all of this, we call it as sensory overload. My colleagues in other videos would have already explained to you what sensory overload exactly is. So I'm just going to give you a few tips as to what might make this Diwali better for a child with autism, and how you can help them participate better. So the first thing would be, as I mentioned, about sensory overload. So if you expect that your surrounding area is going to be quite noisy because you are going to have a lot of crackers and a lot of music around, what you can do is give them a quiet area where you have a room which is dark with light blocking curtains, and they have noise cancelling headphones to cancel out all the noise from the crackers. If you're expecting guests, or if you're expecting to visit relatives and friends, make sure you prepare in advance. So what you have to do is tell them that this is how the schedule is going to be the next day. Give them enough time to register all that information so that they're not caught off guard when you're planning that visit next day. Limit those visits to particular time periods. Children with autism, they're quite fussy about timings, fussy about adapting to new environment and adapting to any new change. And so sticking to time is a good way of sort of making them meet your relatives, taking them outside, making them participate in this.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. SHILPA SAPRE. I am practicing in Mumbai as a pediatrician since last 20 years. We know we all Indians celebrate Diwali. It's called as a festival of light. We enjoy by decorating our houses, burning crackers, using perfumes, aromas. A lot of guests also tend to come to our place. We do visit our relatives' place also. Though it is a festival where we all enjoy in our own way, there are children who are having sensory processing issues, especially those children with autism spectrum disorder, who might find such festivities a quite challenge to deal with. Since they are hypersensitive to sound, then visually to all the lights, the burning of crackers, perfumes, or lot of contact with the relatives coming at their place. The parents of such children need to take some measures to make the children comfortable during the festivities. Parents can create a calm zone in their house itself where the children can rest when the other people are, when there is a chaotic situation in terms of cracker burning or a lot of guests are around. They can use heavy drapery to prevent too much of the light of the celebrations from outside coming inside the home. Create a soundproof place so that when there is too much burning of the crackers, like on Lakshmi Pujan day, the children are not exposed to higher frequency sounds like crackers and they are comfortable. Minimize the use of aromas, perfumes, agarbattis at home if the child is sensitive to the smell. If the guests are going to come at your place, make the child aware of it. Tell them that they need not come in too close contact with the guest and they can take their own time. Educate your guest also to know the child is having issues, so give the child time to open up rather than the relatives hugging them and taking them too close.
नमस्ते एवरीवन, आई एम डॉक्टर रफत त्रिवेदी. मैं एक पीडियाट्रिक न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट हूँ गुड़गांव और दिल्ली में. एंड फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू विश यू ऑल अ वेरी हैप्पी एंड अ सेफ दीपावली. Today I am going to share a few tips on how to make this Deepavali enjoyable experience for children on autism spectrum disorder. जैसे कि हम जानते हैं जो बच्चे ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम पे होते हैं उन्हें सोशल एंड कम्युनिकेशन डिलेज के साथ साथ सेंसरी इश्यूज भी हो सकते हैं, जैसे कि लाउड साउंड से दिक्कत, क्रैकर्स की आवाजों से या लाउड म्यूजिक से, ब्राइट लाइट से तकलीफ पहुंच सकती है, ट्रेडिशनल कपड़े पहनने में अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाते हैं, कोई सोशल गैदरिंग में या बहुत फैमिली और फ्रेंड्स जब आती हैं तब अनकंफर्टेबल हो सकते हैं. सो हियर आर अ फ्यू टिप्स ऑन हाउ टू मेक दिस वर्क विद देम. सो दिवाली के बारे में एक सोशल स्टोरी हम कर सकते हैं जो कि हम पिक्चर बुक के माध्यम से इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं. अब कपल ऑफ वीक्स बिफोर दिवाली कि दिवाली किस तरह का फेस्टिवल है, इसमें क्या क्या होता है. एडिशनली हम उन्हें विजुअल स्केड्यूल बना सकते हैं उस दिन का, जहाँ पे आप पिक्चर्स के जरिए बता सकते हैं व्हाट विल बी द फ्लो ऑफ देयर डे, सो दैट दे मे बिकम फेमिलियर टू द सिचुएशन. जो लाइटिंग है हमारे घर पे वो हम सॉफ्ट लाइट यूज कर सकते हैं, दियो की लाइट यूज कर सकते हैं, रंगोली में हम फ्लावर्स यूज कर सकते हैं एंड मेक देम अ पार्ट ऑफ द प्रिपरेशन सो दैट दे फील इंक्लूडेड. कपड़े जो हैं वो कंफर्टेबल उनकी चॉइस के कपड़े चूज करें. अगर हम चाहते हैं कि वो ट्रेडिशनल कपड़े पहने तो मे बी वी कैन प्राइम देम बाय मेकिंग देम वेयर द क्लोथ्स अ फ्यू डेज बिफोर दिवाली. थोड़ी देर के लिए हर रोज हम उन्हें वो कपड़े पहना सकते हैं सो दैट दे आर कंफर्टेबल ऑन दैट डे. स्वीट्स वगैरह जो है वो हम थोड़ा कम इस्तेमाल करेंगे क्योंकि हमें पता है कि उससे हाइपर एक्टिव हो सकते हैं बच्चे. घर में एक कंफर्टेबल स्पेस बना के रखें कि अगर कोई क्राइसिस सिचुएशन या मेल्टडाउन होता है तो बच्चा अपने आप को उस सिचुएशन में वो जगह पर जाके कंफर्टेबल कर सके. सो दीज आर अ फ्यू टिप्स. आई होप दिस हेल्प्स एंड आई अगेन विश यू ऑल अ वेरी हैप्पी दिवाली.
Happy Diwali. I'm Dr. Anjan Bhattacharya, consultant, developmental pediatrician, Child Development Center, Apollo Multi-Speciality Hospital, Kolkata. Diwali is a time for celebration. We all celebrate, but in Diwali, there are celebrations that can hurt others. Celebration should not be excluding some people, we know octogenarians, they suffer because of this dhamaka, the firecrackers. They are not the only ones who suffer. Children who have special needs, especially children who have sensory problems, children who have conditions like autism, they suffer badly. Their core symptom includes abnormal, idiosyncratic, negative response to specific sensory stimuli, and auditory stimulus is one of the strongest one that they shirk away from. So if we are a responsible citizen, we should definitely observe this Diwali without firecrackers or with firecrackers that does not produce any sound or smoke pollution. So we can have very natural solutions for this. Our diya, our flowers, these are the things which can exchange our feelings of goodwill, something that a religion is supposed to do. Let us observe Diwali including everybody so that everybody can equally enjoy. Happy Diwali. Namaste.
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर रश्मि मोघे हिरवे, मनोचिकित्सक भोपाल से आज अति संवेदी बच्चों को होने वाली दिक्कतों के बारे में बात करूंगी। अति संवेदी बच्चे जिन्हें सेंसरी प्रोसेसिंग डिसऑर्डर होता है वो बच्चे हैं जिन्हें तेज आवाजों या खुरदुरी चीजों, अधिक ठंडे अधिक गर्म से या किसी भी तरीके की तेज रोशनी से दिक्कत होती है। दीपावली जैसे त्योहारों में इन बच्चों को दिक्कत आ सकती है क्योंकि ये बच्चे ऐसा लगता है कभी कभी माँ बाप को कि हमें परेशान कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो परेशान नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो खुद बहुत परेशान होते हैं। जो आवाजें हमें साधारण लगती हैं, फटाकों की आवाजें जिन्हें हम आसानी से सहन कर लेते हैं, इन बच्चों को वो आवाजें बहुत अधिक तीव्रता में सुनाई देती हैं जिससे इनके कानों में दर्द होने लगता है। ये बहुत परेशान हो जाते हैं, कभी कभी बहुत चमक पटाखों की इनसे भी इन्हें दिक्कत होती है। तो दिवाली के समय इन बच्चों का अधिक ध्यान रखें। ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम डिसऑर्डर में भी इस प्रकार के लक्षण मिल सकते हैं। इनको आप ज्यादा तेज पटाखे चलने वाली जगहों से दूर रखें और नॉइस कैंसिलेशन वाले हेडफोन्स, ईयर मफ्स आदि का भी उपयोग कर सकते हैं और इनका आप काफी ध्यान रखें। आप सभी की दीपावली शुभ हो, यही आपको शुभकामनाएं। एक बार पुनः धन्यवाद। नमस्कार।
आज दीपावली के शुभ अवसर पर मेरी राजवी हॉस्पिटल से आप सब लोग को शुभकामनाएं हैं। मैं डॉक्टर हर्षवती शाह, बच्चों के न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट, आप लोगों को थोड़ी सी सलाह देना चाहती हूँ। देखो, दीपावली है तो फटाखा भी फोड़ना है और मिठाइयाँ भी खानी है। आप लोगों को अक्सर ऐसी चिंता रहती होगी कि हमारे बच्चे आवाज को सहन नहीं कर पाते हैं, वो फटाखे तक पहुंच जाएंगे तो क्या होगा, क्योंकि उनको तो हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते हैं। देखो, उनके लिए हमें क्या करना है, हमें धीरे धीरे रोज टीवी या कंप्यूटर पे उनको फटाके की आवाज रोज सुनानी है। जैसे बच्चे 2 या 3 दिन में रोज सुनेंगे तो उनसे आदी हो जाएंगे। तो जब भी फटाकों की आवाज आएगी तो आपका बच्चा डरेगा नहीं, दूर से वो देखेगा और आनंद भी करेगा। दूसरी चीज रही मिठाइयाँ खाने की। आज तक हम लोग मानते हैं कि हमें बच्चे को मिठाइयाँ नहीं खिलानी है क्योंकि उनसे हमारे बच्चे हाइपर एक्टिव होते हैं। लेकिन आप सोचो, बच्चे जब बर्थडे पार्टी में जाते हैं, केक को देखते हैं तो कितने आनंदित हो जाते हैं। तो यहाँ भी बच्चे के दिमाग को एनर्जी देने के लिए भी थोड़ा सा मीठा तो जरूरी है। तो थोड़ा थोड़ा मीठा खिला के बच्चे को भी दीपावली का अवसर आनंदित करवा दीजिए, उनको भी उत्साहित बनाइए और आप भी उसको अच्छे तरीके से उसको सेलिब्रेट कीजिए। सो हैप्पी दिवाली एंड इन एडवांस हैप्पी न्यू ईयर।
Hi, I'm Dr. SUNEEL, developmental pediatrician, Pune. Wish you all happy and at the same time safe, prosperous Diwali. Why I'm saying safe? Especially for children with autism, we need to know some do's and don'ts. One of the first do is set up a silent room or a corner so that if the child gets disturbed, he gets a place to go back. Second thing to remember is that there are going to be lots of crackers and sounds around. The child requires some calmness. And how you are going to get that calmness? You can use noise cancelling devices, you can find out some calm corners, and that is very useful. Third part is you are going to have Diwali comes with lots of lights, and these lights are disturbing for autism. So try to find that a corner, or you can use dark curtains so that the light that may disturb the child can be reduced. Fourth part to remember is do keep the child always under your supervision. You are aware a child with autism can run around anytime and that can cause accidents to the child. So keep a observation of the child. And the fifth part is instead of just going around, try to have many small indoor activities so that the child can be kept busy and engaged. These are all do's. Now let's discuss about all the don'ts. The first thing is avoid crowded places. So don't take the child to the market where it is busy and crowded. If the child may get disturbed, and that will create a lot of problem for the child. Then another thing to remember is avoid too much of sweets. It is proved that sweets, sugar, fried things all irritate the child, and the child become irritable and may throw a tantrum. Another part to remember is you should not be, always don't force the child to meet with many people. You may like to meet your grandparents and mamas, kakas and all that, but child, he may not like to get all those social reports, and he or she may get disturbed. So avoid too many guests introduction. A selective few is useful idea. And then always remember that again loud music, dancing to loud sounds and bright lights, again you and me may enjoy, but the child will get disturbed. So don't do that. And the last thing to remember is don't burn the crackers when the child doesn't enjoy. Child may get frightened, and that sensory meltdown is something very difficult to handle. So remember these do's and don'ts, and I am very sure your Diwali will be happy Diwali. Thank you.
Nowadays, almost every family has an autistic spectrum disorder child, or an autistic child, or ADHD child, because of the changing lifestyle and the family attitude now. Both the parents are okay. That is the thing. So that way you have the festival nearing. So you'll be worried whether you have to protect the child from the noisy festival atmosphere, or should you give any different kind of food during this festival season. That way I would advise all the parents who have the ASD child or an ADHD child, treat the child as usual, because these children may not be oriented to the outside atmosphere. Suppose your children are frightened, you can take them to a different green room, engage them in other activities, not toys and other things, give them books, engage them in storytelling or building blocks and all, such activities which can improve their IQ levels. So engage them during this festive season. You need not take extreme care to protect these children, because they can protect themselves. Thing is, take some extra care during this season.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, I am Dr. AGARKHEDKAR, Head of the Department Pediatrics, DHEEP Medical College. Happy Diwali to all in this week. We will be very soon entering into Diwali week, and I am trying to talk to you all about the precautions to be taken for autistic children during this Diwali. One thing is that these children have several issues like lack of concentration. If they get sleep deprived, they become hyperactive. Then a lot of noise can create issues for them because they do have hyperacusis. And if there are too many guests coming to the house, then these children, if they are forced to interact with every visiting guest, then they will be rebelling against you and they will be hyperactive. So I feel that every parent of autistic child should understand that these children don't have eye-to-eye contact, 1. 2. They do have hyperacusis. 3. They are hyperactive. And 4. They don't like to interact with the strangers. So if we do not use firecrackers in the house, it will be better for them. Secondly, they should not be woken up early in the morning. They let them have good night's sleep. So that is the second important thing. Thirdly, less exposure to the parent, to the guests coming in the house, and taking things in the stride and going with their moods will be the best thing to do in this Diwali. Okay?
Hello, I am Dr. UTSAV. I am a pediatrician and director of Prasad Polyclinic, a multi-speciality hospital in Bangladesh, Darbhanga. Today there's a special message for all the parents and to all the kids who are suffering from autism spectrum disorders. Here's wishing them a very happy, very magical Diwali, and hope this Diwali this year brings big lights and lots of love and a better future for all of you. And I would add some points and some tips on how to keep your kids safe during this Diwali. It's very important that you don't leave your kids unattended, because sometimes during Diwali you have some deepak diyas lit up here and there. So catching a fire is not a very good thing. The kids may find that attractive and go towards it, which also might make it dangerous. So do not leave your kids unattended. And yes, let them enjoy Diwali if only they like it. If they don't like it, please do not force them or do not introduce them to firecrackers if they're not liking it. But if they do, please do let them enjoy Diwali. So we have a very safe and happy Diwali, and stay safe and have a very nice future. Thank you all.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ramya Bandi, practicing pediatric neurologist at Ankara Hospitals, Hyderabad. Wish you all a very happy Diwali. We all know that children with autism do have a lot of sensory issues. They might be very sensitive to sounds and change in their schedule, which might make them upset. So during this festive season, let us make sure that the schedule is not disturbed, and we also have to make sure that we anticipate certain things. For example, we all know that crackers might be very loud and they might not like it. So let us prepare them beforehand, and then let us make sure that their sensory issues are not triggered. Also, let us make sure that their routine schedule is not disturbed. Let us make this Diwali inclusive with them. Thank you. Once again, happy and safe Diwali.
Hello, I'm Dr. Uma Bachcha. I'm a developmental pediatrician practicing in Nasik, Maharashtra. I run a center for children with autism and other disabilities. The maximum number of children that we see every day are children with autism who happen to have a lot of sensory processing issues. And especially in festive seasons, during the times when everybody is enjoying with crackers and music and festivities and getting together, these children who are highly sensitive to loud sounds or crowded places or excessive stimulation can get extremely agitated and disturbed when their routine is changed or if they are exposed suddenly to extreme stimuli. So I would request all parents and other members of the society to be empathic towards these children's needs, to understand their sensitivity, and to make sure that whatever disturbs them is avoided as far as possible. Especially loud, noisy crackers should be avoided. Children should be kept away from such places. And in case of festive celebrations where there are too many people around, if there is too much loud music, try to avoid such gatherings. Give preference to smaller gatherings. Give them their emotional security by giving them a hug or holding them close, talking to them, explaining to them, and also ensuring that they get enough sleep, their food is given to them at the right time, their medication as prescribed is given at the right time, so that their entire routine is maintained. Also, in certain situations where it is impossible to avoid loud sounds, it would be better to give them earplugs or ear muffs to muffle the sound so that they would be comfortable, and along with you they would also have a very happy Diwali. Wishing everyone a very happy Diwali. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. MANJU George from Kerala. We are all waiting for Diwali, and it is just a matter of 2 weeks. It is one of the most beautiful festival of lights, color and lot of merriments. But I am making this video to talk to you about children with neurodivergence, especially autism spectrum disorders, who will have or who may have some problems due to the sensory overload that happens during festivals. So I am going to talk to you about some tips which might help your children if they are having sensory processing problems along with autism. We know autism children can have hypo or hypersensitivity. So make sure that we are not going to force them to join the festivities just as we desire how it should be. Especially wearing some particular dresses and ornaments may be very irritating for them. So please ensure that we are not forcing them that. Be careful with the lights, the lamps, the hot oils, playing with fire or firecrackers, because these children may have an impulsivity and they may play with that just like any other children can get into accidents. Because of the hypersensitivity, they may not even tell you that they have already got burns. And the next thing is about the smoke and the smell. We may not be aware that they are sensitive towards smoke as well as the smell of certain crackers and all these sulfur things. So overexposure to music, crowd also might be a problem. Even though we should encourage them to socially interact, we should try to prevent them from getting overexposed. Try not to feed your children with a lot of sweets and confectionaries, because that also might tend to get them into hyperactivity and lot of problems later also. Wish you all a very happy Diwali. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Pallavi. Diwali is just around the corner and I'm sure all the kids are very excited for all the bright colors and for bursting crackers. But we know that there are some kids, those with special needs, especially autism, for whom this festival of light can be pretty overwhelming. So let's talk about some tips on how to make it friendly for them. Don't force your kids to wear new clothes or try out new sweets during this time, because they don't like trying out new things. So what you can do is that maybe you can involve them in the shopping process, take them shopping, decide, ask them what their favorite color is, and accordingly choose their clothes which are comfortable for them and what they can wear on the day of Diwali. Secondly, do not change their routines much. They like to stick to their routines in their, for their food, and don't force them to eat the sweets or savories which are cooked for the festival specially. So incorporate their routine into the day of the festival. Thirdly, if you're having guests over for the Diwali party, then you should make sure that your child is informed about it beforehand and he's comfortable with it, and there is a safe corner in the house where he can go to if he's feeling uncomfortable with so many people around. And lastly, all the bright lights and crackers can be pretty overwhelming for them. So tell them about the festival beforehand, what it means, how people are celebrating the the good over evil, and maybe explaining it to them in a very simple language will help them to accept this festival and enjoy all the lights along with you. So happy Diwali everyone.
Myself, Dr. Ranjit Agarwal, a consultant pediatrician. As we know, Diwali is coming. So Diwali is a festival, as you all know, is a festival of light. And we have especially availed children like autistic children and hyperactive children. As we all know, the autistic children, they are very much hyper responsive or sometimes hyper responsive to sound. So don't expose them to excessive sound, expose them to lights, keep them in a less sound pollution area. Celebrate Diwali with different colors, and wishing you all a very happy Diwali. Thank you.
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर समीक्षा साहू है। मैं एक चाइल्ड और अडल्ट साइकाट्रिस्ट हूँ। दिवाली का त्यौहार आने वाला है और इस त्यौहार में बच्चे और बड़े सभी बड़ा एंजॉय करते हैं, बट कुछ बच्चे और कुछ फैमिलीज ऐसी होती हैं जिनके लिए यह त्यौहार बहुत डिफ़िकल्टी का टाइम बन जाता है। जिन बच्चों को ऑटिज्म स्पेक्ट्रम डिसऑर्डर होता है, उन बच्चों में इस फेस्टिवल में बहुत ज़्यादा बिहेवियरल डिस्टर्बेंसेस बढ़ जाते हैं, क्योंकि ऑटिज्म के बच्चों में सेंसरी इश्यूज बहुत होते हैं। इसका मतलब कि उनको तेज़ रोशनी, तेज़ लाइट, लाउड साउंड जैसे पटाखे वगैरह होते हैं, नई स्मेल या बहुत ज़्यादा भीड़, क्योंकि मेहमान वगैरह हमारे यहाँ बहुत आते हैं, उससे वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं। दिवाली में रूटीन चेंज हो जाता है लोगों का। घर में अलग अलग टाइम पे चीज़ें हो रही होती हैं, फर्नीचर रीअरेंज होते हैं, पेंटिंग होती है, नई नई स्मेल्स होती हैं, नए नए खाने बनते हैं, जिससे उनकी जो यूजुअल एक्सपेक्टेंसीज होती हैं लाइफ में, वो जब नहीं पूरी हो पाती तो वो और परेशान हो जाते हैं। उनकी स्लीप पैटर्न डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है, क्योंकि रात भर कभी पटाखे चलते रहते हैं या कोई ना कोई आ रहा होता है। तो ये सब चीज़ें बच्चों की परेशानियाँ, साथ में माँ बाप की परेशानियाँ बढ़ा देता है। तो कुछ टिप्स हैं जो आपको हेल्प करेंगी। टिप नंबर 1, अपने बच्चे को प्रिपेयर करें, उसको वेल इन्फॉर्म करें या उसको वीडियो दिखाएं, फ़ोटोज़ दिखाएं, जिससे वो इस फेस्टिवल के बारे में थोड़ा जान पाए। सेकेंड चीज़, अपने गेस्ट को प्रिपेयर करें कि एक ऑटिज्म फ्रेंडली बिहेवियर वो लोग डिस्प्ले करें, जिसमें लाउडनेस, ब्राइटनेस थोड़ी सी कम हो। थर्ड चीज़, बच्चे का रूटीन ना बिगड़ने दें, जो वो रेगुलरली फॉलो करता है उसको आप करते रहें। अगर फोर्थ थिंग ऐसा है कि अगर जो उसके खाने की चीज़ें हैं, वो कोई पर्टिकुलर खाना खाता है या पर्टिकुलर कपड़े पहनता है, तो उसको पुश ना करें, फोर्स ना करें कि आज तुमको लहंगा पहनना है या तुमको ये नए कपड़े पहनना है। जिसमें बच्चा कंफर्टेबल है उसको वो कपड़े पहनने दें, क्योंकि उससे उनको एक सेंस ऑफ सेफ्टी और सिक्योरिटी भी फील होती है। अगर बहुत ज़्यादा शोर है, लाइटिंग्स हैं, तो बच्चों को आप ईयर प्लग्स पहना सकते हैं, लाइटिंग्स आप थोड़ी सी डिम रख सकते हैं। फिफ्थ टिप ऐसा है कि आप धीरे धीरे बच्चों को ग्रेजुअली डिसेंसिटाइज कर सकते हैं, कि थोड़े थोड़े टाइम पे आप कभी लाइट्स लेके आए, कभी दिया लेके आए, कभी 1-2 गेस्ट को लेके आए, जिससे बच्चा उन सब चीज़ों से अकस्टम हो सके। तो ये कुछ टिप्स मैं सोचती हूँ कि आप सबको हेल्प करेंगी और आपकी दिवाली कंफर्टेबली बनाएंगी। थैंक यू सो मच।
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर भारत मोहन गतूड़ी, महेश हॉस्पिटल चांदपुर में चाइल्ड स्पेशलिस्ट कार्यरत हूँ और इस हॉस्पिटल का मैनेजमेंट भी संभालता हूँ। मैं देखता हूँ कि जो ये हैंडीकैप बच्चे होते हैं, जो कि मनोविज्ञान से थोड़े से प्रभावित होते हैं, वो उनको थोड़ा सा रोशनी और तेज आवाज़ों से चौंकने की परेशानी रहती है। तो आने वाले मौसम में जो दिवाली का त्यौहार आ रहा है, हम सब उसको बहुत एंजॉय करते हैं, लेकिन ये जो बच्चे हैं जो हमारे साथ उठते बैठते खेलते कूदते हैं, उनका भी मन करता है। तो हमें ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि ये तेज आवाज़ों के पटाखे हैं या हम घर में सफाई कर रहे हैं, धूल मिट्टी है, ये इनको बहुत अधिक प्रभावित करते हैं। तेज रोशनी इनके लिए अच्छी नहीं लगती, और हाँ, ये भी खेलना चाहते हैं, ये भी घूमना चाहते हैं, ये भी हमारे साथ इस त्योहार के पकवान खाना चाहते हैं। तो हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि किस तरह के पकवान इनके लिए स्वादिष्ट भी रहें और इनका मन भी बनाए रखें, क्योंकि हमें इनका मन बना के रखना है। इनके लिए हमें ऐसे खिलौने लाने चाहिए जिनका मन इनका लगा रहे और इनके मन के ऊपर दुष्प्रभाव नहीं पड़े। तो त्योहार का मतलब सिर्फ हमारे को एंजॉय नहीं करना है, हमें ध्यान रखना है कि इस तरह के जो बाल गोपाल बच्चे हमारे बीच में उठे बैठ रहे हैं, हम उनका कैसे ध्यान रख सकते हैं ताकि वो हमारे बीच में स्वस्थ रहें, मनोरंजित रहें और उनको कोई इस त्योहार से दुष्प्रभाव नहीं पड़े। नमस्कार।
Hello, Namaste. I'm SHREYA, early intervention therapist and a psychologist working with children with autism at Center for Child and Adolescent Wellbeing, New Delhi. As we all know that Diwali is approaching, and for children with autism, Diwali can be stressful and overwhelming because of too much of sound, lights, people coming in, going out. हमें ये याद रखना है, बच्चे इन सब चीजों से घबरा जाते हैं या परेशान हो जाते हैं. कई बातें मैं अभी आपको बताना चाहूंगी जो आपको याद रखनी है. दिवाली आने से पहले बच्चों को प्रिपेयर करना शुरू कर दीजिए बाय शोइंग देम वीडियोस. यूट्यूब पे वीडियो दिखाई दिवाली कैसे दिखती है, दिवाली का त्योहार कैसे मनाया जाता है, जिससे वो और उनके लिए प्रिडिक्टेबिलिटी होगी कि वो दिवाली पे क्या क्या करना होता है. दूसरी चीज, बच्चों को अगर आप बाहर लेकर जा रहे हो तो पहले से ही बच्चों को बता के जाइए कि हम वहां मार्केट में हमें क्या क्या लेना है, कहाँ जाना है. किसी के घर लेकर जा रहे हो, आप उनको जाने से 1 घंटा पहले नहीं बताएंगे, दिन के शुरुआत में बताएंगे. तीसरी चीज, बच्चों को अगर आपको नए कपड़े पहनाना है तो हम पहले से ही वो कपड़े उनको ट्राई करवा चुके होंगे. हम दिवाली वाले दिन नहीं कपड़े पहनाएंगे, इससे बच्चों को परेशानी होती है. कई टेक्सचर्स होते हैं जिससे बच्चे परेशान हो जाते हैं. चौथी चीज, दिवाली पे पटाखे चलते हैं, बच्चों पटाखों से घबरा जाते हैं. अगर बच्चा घबरा गया है पटाखों की आवाज से तो हम उनको गले लगाकर शांत कर सकते हैं. ये ध्यान रखेंगे कि हम बच्चों से ज्यादा बातें नहीं कर रहे जब वो पटाखों की आवाज सुन चुके हैं. हम उनको शांत गले लगाकर कर रहे हैं, ना कि ये बोल के कि चुप हो जाओ, आ जाओ, बहादुर बच्चे नहीं रोते. ये सब बातें नहीं करेंगे, इससे बच्चे और घबराते हैं. इसी के साथ मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूंगी, जितना हम बच्चों को प्रिपेयर करेंगे पहले से, उतना बच्चा ये फेस्टिवल खुशी के साथ मनाएगा और उनके लिए स्ट्रेस कम होगा. Wishing you all a very happy Diwali. Thank you.
नमस्कार, मी डॉक्टर वर्षा वैद्य, केपॉन सुपर स्पेशालिटी हॉस्पिटल येथे बालमेंदू विकार तज्ञ म्हणून गेली 15 वर्ष कार्यरत आहे. आज आपण इथे सगळेजण ऐकणार आहोत अतिचंचलता म्हणजे स्वमग्न मुलांमधील अतिचंचलता याविषयी थोडंसं आपण जाणून घेणार आहोत. आणि या मुलांमध्ये अतिसंवेदना म्हणजे सेन्सरी ओव्हरलोड ह्याचा कसा दुष्परिणाम होतो ह्याच्याबद्दल आपण थोडं जाणून घेणार आहोत. स्वमग्न आणि अतिचंचलता ह्या मुलांमध्ये संवेदना खूप जास्त असतात किंवा कमी असतात. म्हणजे संवेदनांचा त्यांना खूप जास्त त्रास होतो किंवा काही मुलांना संवेदनांचा जाणीवच होत नाही. ज्यांना संवेदनाचा खूप त्रास होतो त्यांना आपण असं म्हणतो की त्यांना हायपर सेन्सिटिव्हिटी आहे, म्हणजे अतिसंवेदनाशील ते आहे. आणि ज्या मुलांना संवेदना जाणवतच नाही त्यांना आपण हायपोसेन्सिटिव्ह म्हणतो किंवा संवेदना रहित त्यांचं वागणं आपण म्हणतो. तर आपण जाणून घेऊयात विशेषतः ह्या दिवाळीच्या सुमारास ह्या मुलांना काय काय त्रास होऊ शकतो. तर ह्या मुलांना संवेदनांचा खूप त्रास होतो. उदाहरणार्थ खूप विशिष्ट प्रकारचा वास, आवाज, खूप मुलांचा गर्दी गोंधळ, खूप एखादा जमाव आहे, एखादा वाढदिवस आहे, तिथे खूप लोक जमले आहेत, खूप गडबड आवाज आहे, संगीत आहे, अशा प्रकारच्या आवाजांचा, वासांचा, काही चवींचा, काही विशिष्ट कपड्यांचा ह्या मुलांना खूप त्रास होतो. कारण ही मुलं ह्या सर्व संवेदनांना अतिसंवेदनाशील असतात. तर ह्या मुलांना दिवाळीमध्ये फटाक्यांचा आवाज, लोकांच्या गोंधळाचा आवाज ह्याच्यामुळे खूप त्रास होऊ शकतो. तर माझं सगळ्यांना असं नम्र निवेदन आहे की अशी मुलं जर आपल्या सोसायटीमध्ये आजूबाजूला असतील ज्यांना स्वमग्नता आहे, अतिचंचलता आहे, तर अशा मुलांसाठी आणि त्यांच्या पालकांसाठी आणि त्यांच्या कुटुंबासाठी आपण सहकार्य करावं. आणि अशा प्रकारचे विशिष्ट वास असणारे फटाके, आवाज असणारे फटाके, खूप जास्त तेज असणारे म्हणजे खूप चमकणारे काही गोष्टी असतील तर ह्याच्यापासून या मुलांना त्रास होत असेल तर आपण कृपया सहकार्य करावं आणि आपला आनंद त्याच्यामुळे दुसऱ्यांना त्रास होऊ नये अशी मी सगळ्यांना विनंती करते या विशेष मुलांसाठी. तसंच दिवाळीमध्ये आपण खूप गोड पदार्थ खातो, दुधाचे पदार्थ खातो, दुग्धजन्य पदार्थ खातो. तर ह्या सगळ्या दुधाच्या पदार्थांमध्ये केसिन नावाचं जे काही प्रोटीन असतं त्याच्यामुळे या मुलांची अतिचंचलता वाढू शकते. गोड खाण्यामुळे अतिचंचलता वाढू शकते. तर अशा मुलांना जर असं आपण देणं टाळू शकलो दुधाचे पदार्थ, गोड पदार्थ, तर त्यांची चंचलता वाढणार नाही आणि त्यांची दिवाळी पण खूप छान जाईल. तर अशा मुलांना संवेदनाशीलता असल्यामुळे आपण त्यांची विशेष काळजी घेतली पाहिजे. ह्या मुलांची संवेदनाशीलता कमी करण्यासाठी ऑक्युपेशनल थेरपिस्ट, सायकोलॉजिस्ट, पीडियाट्रिक न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट, स्पेशल एज्युकेटर ही सगळ्यांची टीम तर आहेच, पण एक समाज म्हणून सर्वसामान्य जनता म्हणून आपण त्यांच्यासाठी एक विशेष त्यांनाही आनंद लुटण्यासाठी त्यांची विशेष आपण काळजी घेऊयात. आपण त्यांनाही दिवाळीसाठी शुभेच्छा देऊया. सर्व स्वमग्न आणि अतिचंचल मुलांना, त्यांच्या पालकांना दिवाळीच्या हार्दिक शुभेच्छा. थँक्यू.
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर अजीत सिंह वकील, पीडियाट्रिक न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट, आर्टिमिस हॉस्पिटल गुड़गांव. मैं आप सभी को दीपावली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देना चाहता हूं और उन पेरेंट्स को संदेश देना चाहता हूं जिनके बच्चों को ऑटिज्म की प्रॉब्लम है, क्योंकि दिवाली एक त्यौहार है जो बड़ी धूमधाम और पटाखों से मनाया जाता है. क्योंकि इन बच्चों को सेंसरी इश्यू होते हैं, इसलिए इन पेरेंट्स को मैं संदेश देना चाहता हूं, इन बच्चों को पटाखों से दूर रखें और पटाखे वाली जगह पर ना ले जाएं और घर पे पटाखे भी ना चलाएं. पटाखों से इनसे बच्चों को बहुत सारे सेंसरी इश्यू होते हैं और बच्चों को इंडोर एक्टिविटी में इन्वॉल्व रखें. यही मेरा सभी ऑटिज्म वाले पेरेंट्स से संदेश है. कृपया ख्याल रखिए, धूमधाम से दिवाली का त्यौहार मनाइए. नमस्कार.
नमस्कार मित्रों, હું ડૉક્ટર ધવલ સોલંકી, પીડિયાટ્રિક ન્યુરોલોજીસ્ટ, ભાવનગર મંત્ર હોસ્પિટલ ખાતે કામ કરી રહ્યો છું. દિવાળી આવે છે એટલે આપણે સૌ ખૂબ જ આનંદ અને ઉત્સાહમાં આવી જઈએ છીએ, પણ ઓટિઝમવાળા બાળકોને ખૂબ તકલીફદાયી થઈ જતું હોય છે જ્યારે આપણે દિવાળી ઉજવી રહ્યા હોય છે. લાઉડ એટલે કે ખૂબ જ ઊંચા અવાજે મ્યુઝિક વગાડવું, ફટાકડા ફોડવા, બરાબર. તો આપણે શું કરી શકીએ કે જેથી કરીને ઓટિસ્ટિક બાળકો પણ આપણી સાથે આ આનંદ ઉત્સાહના અને દીપાવલીના પર્વમાં આપણી સાથે આનંદથી ઉજવી શકે. તો મેં થોડા ઘણા સૂચનો છે એ રાખ્યા છે કે જે માતા પિતાને ખૂબ જ અગત્યના અને એને એ બાળકને જો એ અગત્યના સૂચનો પહેલેથી જ તે પૂર્વ તૈયારી સાથે એને કરાવડાવશે તો ઓટિસ્ટિક ચાઇલ્ડને ખૂબ જ મજા આવશે દિવાળી ઉજવવાનું. દાખલા તરીકે કે શું કરવું ને શું ન કરવું, બરાબર. તો આપણે શું કરવું જોઈએ તો કે ઓટિસ્ટિક ચાઇલ્ડ એ ગભરાતું હોય છે. ફટાકડા, અવાજ અને લાઇટ અચાનક જ થાય એટલે ગભરાઈ જાય. તો એવા સંજોગોમાં તમે એને બાળકને પૂર્વ તૈયાર કરો કે દિવાળીનો તહેવાર આવી રહ્યો છે અને આપણે બધા હર્ષ ઉલ્લાસથી ફટાકડા ફોડવાના છે. એમાં આવું થશે એને અગાઉથી વિડીયો દ્વારા એને માહિતીગાર કરો કે ફટાકડા ફૂટશે તો આવી લાઇટ થશે, આવો અવાજ થશે, બરાબર. તો આ પૂર્વ તૈયારીથી બાળક સમજશે કે હવે આવનારા દિવસમાં આપણે ફટાકડા આપણી ત્યાં પણ આસપાસ ફૂટશે તો આપણે આનાથી ગભરાવું નહીં. બીજો મુદ્દો કે છતાં બાળક ખૂબ ગભરાતું હોય તો આપણે એક રૂમ એવો તૈયાર કરવાનો કે જે રૂમમાં અવાજ ના આવે, એટલે કે સાઉન્ડ પ્રૂફ હોય, બરાબર. ત્યારે બાળકને ખૂબ ગભરાય તો એ રૂમમાં એને સેફ ફીલ થશે અને બાળક સ્વસ્થ રહેશે અને કજિયો નહીં કરે, બરાબર. બાળકની નજીક સાવ ક્યારેય ફટાકડા નહીં ફોડવાના. બાળકનું 24 કલાક તહેવાર દરમિયાન ધ્યાન રાખવું પડશે, એટલા માટે કે કોઈ અકસ્માત ન સર્જાય, બરાબર, કે દાજી ના જાય બાળક. એ વધારે આપણે વ્યવસ્થિત એનું ધ્યાન રાખવું પડશે. પછી બાળકને દિવાળીના તહેવાર વર્ષે આપણે ખાસ એ ધ્યાન રાખવાનું કે અમુક રમતગમત છે તો એના માટે આપણે નક્કી કરી દેવાની કે આ રમતગમત છે એને અલગ રીતના એને રમાડવાની કે જેથી કરીને જ્યારે ફટાકડા અને લાઉડ નોઇસની શરૂઆત થાય એની પહેલાં જ બાળકનું ધ્યાન બીજે દોરવાય અને એ રમતગમત રમવા માંડે. ત્રીજો ઉપાય આપણે એ પણ કરી શકીએ કે ઇયરફોન છે, મ્યુઝિક લાઉડ કેન્સલિંગ જે નોઇઝ કેન્સલિંગ ઇયરફોન હોય એ વાપરી શકીએ અથવા એને પ્લગ આપી શકીએ કે જેથી કરીને અવાજની માત્રા આપણે ઘટાડી શકીએ, બરાબર. બાળકને શક્ય હોય ત્યાં લગી ભીડભાડવાળી જગ્યાએ ના લઈ જવું, પણ છતાં જો ખરીદી કરવા સાથે લઈ જવું પડે તો એને પહેલેથી પૂર્વ તૈયાર કરવું કે અહીંયા આવું ભીડ હશે. તો જેથી કરીને શું થશે કે બાળકને વિડીયો